Hello, kids. How are you doing today? It's still hot in Las Vegas. Uh, if you guys don't believe me, I'll show you what the temperature is, okay? So y'all don't think I'm, exaggerating, okay? Uh, yeah, I can't even get the temperature because that's how hot it is. Like, it's like 3 digits, okay? Hot, 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 hot. But anyway, and I'm doing this at nighttime, so it's even hotter because I have the lights on and stuff like that. How are you guys doing today? I am so happy to be here with you today because I have very special things to share with you, and that is today I want to do like a nighttime kind of a story. You know what I mean? I want you to go, get your favorite toy, your favorite blanket, and just cozy up with your your little body, or your mom or your dad, because I want to tell you a story while you're falling asleep. Okay? That's why I'm going to be calm. I'm not going to be crazy like I used to be. I'm sorry, I just slipped out, okay? Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna have a story. It's gonna be a fun story. I'm gonna go slow so you can understand the story. Are you ready who I'm talking about? Actually, today, an Eastern Orthodox is supposed to be his feast day. Can you guess who I'm talking about? Guess, guess, guess. No? Well, I'm talking about St. Jude. Okay, who doesn't know about St. Jude? Right? St. Jude, I mean, he was the bomb in a good way, okay? I mean, he was like a saint that would, I don't know. I want you to go with the story with me so you can find out who I'm talking about, okay? But he's a great saint. I'm sure you guys seen, St. Jude Hospital, St. Jude, a lot of St. Jude that he's associated with what he does, what he has done, and what he's continued to do. Okay, so who was Saint Jude? Okay, are you on your blanket already? Should I put some music for you so you can start falling asleep? Well, I don't want you to fall asleep yet, but I want you to fall asleep while you listen to me so you can dream about Saint Jude, you know? You have a nice dream, right? No nightmare dream after watching all the bad movies, okay? Stop doing that, okay? We want to have something soft, right? Very soft. So we'll listen to some, my favorite music. You guys know which one that is. So I dig it in, but anyway, uh, maybe the Wi-Fi is hot too. Um, so, oh, here it is. It's coming up. Okay. Ready? Listen. Are you inside your blanket? Are you soft? See the birds? Listen to the birds. Let me tell you the story. Okay? Okay, children. My beautiful children. Did I tell you how much I love you today? Did you pray? I'm so scared to ask. Anyway, so St. Jude, the devotion St. Jude goes beyond just a simple Bible story. It goes beyond that. Because St. Jude has put in the God work in so many ways that people are devoted to him in so many ways. Okay? In fact, it is a reflection of the ability of the ordinary people like me and you, that we go, the hardship that we go through in life. You guys are little kids, you don't really know about hardship yet, but that's the reason why I'm doing all of this, because that, when life kind of hits you on the face and you're like, what was this coming from? Like, I wasn't ready for this. That's why having all this kind of positive knowledge for you, it would help you in life, and in some ways than other, okay? So he basically was a saint of people, ordinary people like us, He was mostly he's a patron saint of desperate cases. Like right now, we are in desperate cases, kids. I mean, think of the whole world was shut down for a long time, right? Not too long ago. That, I mean, since I was born, I have never seen that happen. But that's why I'm saying the desperate times now, because it hasn't, something like that hasn't happened in the past. Uh, we gotta look at ourselves in a way that we haven't ever looked at it, because nothing like this happened before. So we gotta ask ourselves, what are we doing wrong? A lot is the problem. Okay. And his feast day is, like I said, um, for Catholics like me, it's October 28, and for Eastern Orthodox, I think it's in June 19 or today. Okay. And there's two places that Saint Jude is mentioned in the Bible, and that's in the First Testament, I think. Yeah, Luke chapter 6 verse 16, and Acts chapter 1 verse 13. And legend has it that Saint Jude was born to a Jewish family in the first century, long time ago. Okay, his mother was Mary, not the Virgin Mary, another Mary. Actually, this Mary, she was a cousin of Jesus. Okay, so he lived in a Galilee, the same where Jesus kind of grew up, in the same region. They spoke Greek and Aramaic like Jesus did. Do you guys know what Jesus spoke back in the day? He spoke Aramaic. Okay, that's the language they spoke back then. And that's what St. Jude spoke as well. And he was a farmer, like his family. They do a lot of farms. And he was actually the apostles. I don't know if you guys know the story when they were having the Last Supper. He's the one that asked Jesus when he manifests of what's about to happen to him. And St. Jude asked him, how come you only telling us? Like, how come you're not telling the whole world? He wanted to know why you only telling us. Why? And Jesus said, he basically, he wanted to know why. Because he didn't understand why he couldn't tell the whole world. And you can find that in John chapter 14, verse 22 and 23. He didn't understand that part, but God, they were special, so God wanted to reveal to them just to them, and that's what he felt, and that's what he felt. Saint Jude was described by Matthew chapter 13 verse 55 as being one of the brethren of Jesus. The Hebrew word brethren means, back then, they describe a blood relative, like you are somewhat relative to each other. They call you brethren. Hey, brethren. Hey, nowadays we call cousins. We call brothers, And like I said, Judas wasn't Mary. And his father was Clopas. I can't pronounce that word. Clopas. He was the brother of Saint Joseph, my favorite, Saint Joseph. He is the Virgin Mary's husband. Okay. And Jude means, some of it says praise, some of it gives of joy. And Thaddeus means, that his father's name, it means generous and kind and stuff like that. So that's the meaning of St. Jude. And he was born in Galilee. He grew up where Jesus grew up. He spoke what Jesus spoke. So he was very, he knew what's going on about Jesus. And that's why the devotion comes from that, because there was a lot that he took from Jesus, what Jesus learning firsthand, imagine, and that's